Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn the next chapter name is measures of central tendency. First of all we see what is mean by central tendency, what are the measures of central tendency and the characteristics of measures of central tendency.
The main purpose of condensation is facilitate the comparison and drawing conclusion. It is essential to condense the data into a single value for the purpose of comparison. The value is treated as the representative of data. The most of the observation get clustered in the central part of data. This property of observation is known as central tendency or averages. We select representative observation from central part of data known as measures of central tendency or measures of averages. Simply, measures of central tendency means to find out the single value from the central part of data, and this single value is treated as the representative of data. So, we select this representative observation from central part of data, so known as the measures of central tendency. Measures of central tendency is also known as measures of averages. There are different measures to find out the central part of data, that means the representative value of data. So see what are the measures of central tendency. There are 8 measures of central tendency. 1. Arithmetic mean. 2. Geometric mean. 3. Harmonic mean. Next mode, then median, then quartiles, then deciles, and last is percentiles. These are the 8 measures of central tendency. Now, these arithmetic mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean together called as the mathematical averages, and the remaining median, mode, quartiles, deciles and percentiles called as the positional averages. First of all, we see what is mean by ungrouped data, group data and continuous data. If we are given in example only the values of x's, then that data is called as the ungrouped data. And if we are given the values of x along with their frequency, that means discrete frequency distribution, then such type of data is called as the group data. And continuous data means if we are given the classes along with their frequency, that means continuous frequency distribution called as the continuous data. If we are given only the values of xi's, then ungrouped data. If we are given x values along with their frequency, then called as the group data. And last, if we are given the classes along with their frequency, then called as the continuous data. Now see, first measure of central tendency is arithmetic mean. So case 1 for ungrouped data. How to calculate the arithmetic mean for ungrouped data? Arithmetic mean is denoted by x bar, and it is given by x bar is equal to summation x upon n. What is mean by summation x and n? Where small n is number of observations. And what is mean by summation x? Summation x means sum of all observations. That means sum of column of values of x. Let's see the example. Calculate arithmetic mean for following data. Data is 49, 36, 66, 41, 44, 71, 41, 46 and 53. Here the number of observations, that means small n, is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here n is equal to 9. Formula for calculating arithmetic mean in ungrouped data is x bar is equal to summation x upon n. So here n is 9. Then what is mean by summation x? Summation x means sum of values of x. So here the x values are 49, 36, 66, 41, 44, 71, 41, 46 and 53. So summation x. So just add all the values of x. So here we will get the summation x. That means sum of column of x. So here the summation x is 447. Now just plug the value of summation x and n in the formula. So here x bar is equal to 447 divided by 9, that is 49.66667. So this is the arithmetic mean for ungrouped data. Now see the case second for group data. So arithmetic mean is denoted by x bar, and formula for calculating arithmetic mean for group data is summation x into f divided by capital N, where capital N is total frequency. And what is mean by summation xf? Summation xf means sum of column of x into f. Group data means we are given the x along with their frequency. So here we want the value of capital N and summation xf. What is mean by capital N? Capital N means total of frequency column. Then what is mean by summation xf? Summation xf means sum of column of xf. So first make the column x into f. That means just multiply the value of x to the corresponding value of f. So we will get the column x into f. So total of column of xf means summation x into f. Okay, now see the example. Calculate arithmetic mean for following data. Here we are given the data x along with their frequency. That means the given data is group data. What is the formula for calculating arithmetic mean for group data? X bar is equal to summation x into f divided by capital N, where capital N is total frequency. So first make the column x into f, because here we need the sum of column of x into f. Capital N means total frequency. Here the total of all frequency is 62. 8 plus 7 plus 12 plus 15 plus 8 plus 9 plus 3, that means 62. Now make the column x into f. That means just multiply the value of x to the corresponding value of f. So 0 into 8, that is 0. Then 1 into 7, that is 7. 2 into 12, that is 24. 3 into 15, that is 45. 4 into 8, that is 32. 5 into 9, that is 45, and 6 into 3, that is 18. Now calculate the total of last column. So 0 plus 7 plus 24 plus 45 plus 32 plus 45 plus 18, that is 171. This is the value of summation xf. That means total of column of xf. Now just plug the value in the formula. So summation xf value is 171 and capital N value is 62. So 171 divided by 62, that is 2.758065. So this is the arithmetic mean for group data. Now the third case is continuous data. Arithmetic mean is denoted by x bar, and it is given by x bar is equal to summation xf divided by capital N, where capital N is total frequency. What is mean by continuous data? If you are given the classes along with their frequency, then called as the continuous data, where capital N is total frequency. That means sum of column of f. Here we need the column x into f because we need the summation of xf. But in data we are not given the values of x. So consider x as the mid values. And how to calculate the mid values? Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Let's see example. Calculate arithmetic mean for following data. Here we are given the classes along with their frequency, means the continuous data. What is the formula for calculating arithmetic mean for continuous data? Summation x into f divided by capital N, where capital N is total frequency, but here we need the summation of x into f. First make the column x and then make the x into f. Here we are not given the values of x, so consider x as a mid values. So how to calculate mid value? Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So 2 plus 0 divided by 2, that is mid is 1. Then second, 4 plus 2, that means 6. 6 divided by 2, that is 3. So mid value is 3. Similarly calculate remaining one. So mid value for the third class is 5. Then next mid value is 7. Then 9. Then 11. Then 13. And last is 15. Now make the column x into f. That means just multiply the value of x to the corresponding value of f. So first value of x is 1 and f is 12. So 1 into 12, that is 12. Then 3 into 22, that is 66. Then 5 into 28, that is 140. Then 7 into 38, that is 266. Then 9 into 37, that is 333. Then 11 into 29, that is 319. Then 13 into 20, that is 260. And last 15 into 14, that is 210. So capital N, that means total of frequency column. So here capital N is 200. And what is summation of XF column? So summation XF is 1606. Now just plug the value in the formula. So formula is x bar is equal to summation x into f divided by capital N, where capital N value is 200 and summation XF value is 1606. So 1606 divided by 200, that means 8.03. So this is the arithmetic mean of continuous data. Just remember that in continuous data we are not given the values of x, so consider x as a mid value. Now we see merits and demerits of arithmetic mean. First of all, we see merits of arithmetic mean. First, it is simple to understand and easy to calculate. Now the second one is, it is based on all observations. See an example. In ungrouped data, we need all the values for calculating arithmetic mean, because the formula is summation x divided by n. Summation x means sum of all observation, that means it is depends on all observations. Similarly, in group data we need the summation of x into f, that means we need all the values of x and all the values of f. So it is based on all observations. Similarly, in continuous data we need the summation of x into f, that means we need all the values of x and all the values of f, and this x is calculated from the classes. Okay, so it is based on all observations. So second merit is, it is based on all observations. And if it is based on all observations, then it is rigidly defined, that means strictly defined, because it is based on all observations. And the last merit is, it is capable for further mathematical treatment, that means it is used for further mathematical calculations, because it is based on all observation and strictly defined, that's why it is used for the further mathematical calculations. Now the demerits are, first demerit is, it is not calculated by graphically. Now the second one is, it is affected by extreme observations. because it is based on all observation. That's why it is affected by extreme observation. If one of the value is changed, then arithmetic value is changed. That's why it is affected by extreme observations. Now the third demerit is it is not calculated for qualitative data. Qualitative data means the attribute type data. Suppose we are given the data black, hair color data black, brown and white. So the given data is ungrouped data because here we are given only the values of x. So what is the formula for calculating arithmetic mean in ungrouped data? Formula is summation x upon small n, where small n is number of observations. Here we are given the 3 observations, so n value is 3. But what is summation x? Summation x means sum of all observations. So black plus brown plus white, we can't calculate the sum of qualitative data. So arithmetic mean is not calculated for qualitative data. And third, it is not calculated for open-end classes. What is mean by open-end classes? In a class, if one of the limit is not specified, then that class is called as the open-end class. For example, below 10. Okay, below 10 means 10 to less. Here the upper limit is specified but lower limit is not specified. Above 10. What is mean by above 10? 10 to onwards. Here the lower limit is specified but upper limit is not specified. So such classes is called as the open-end classes. So for open-end classes we can't calculate the mid value. That means the class mark, mid value of the classes. So in continuous data we need the mid values for finding the arithmetic mean, and for open-end classes we can't calculate the mid values. So the last demerit is it is not calculated for open-end classes. These are the merits and demerits of arithmetic mean. See the formula for ungrouped, group and continuous data. Formula is x bar is equal to summation x divided by small n for ungrouped data. Then for group data, what is the difference between ungrouped data and group data formula? Small n is replaced by capital N and multiply f to the function of x. Similarly, in continuous data, small n is replaced by capital N, multiply f to the function of x. So this is the formula for calculating arithmetic mean in case ungrouped, group and continuous data. Thank you. Next lecture we will see on geometric mean.